The release of Tim Boyle as the Miami Dolphins quarterback is stirring up waves, but honestly, this is far from a surprise if you look a little deeper. The timing might catch some people off guard, considering it's happening just days before a pivotal game against the Patriots, with Skylar Thompson nursing a rib injury. But here's the thing, this move, while sudden, could actually be part of a bigger and smarter plan for Miami. Boyle, who signed with the team earlier this season, isn't really a long-term solution. The Dolphins have always had their eyes set on someone else, someone who could potentially become a key part of their offense moving forward. And that someone? Kyle Trask. Yes, the same Trask who has been quietly waiting for his moment over in Tampa. With Boyle's release, it looks like Miami is clearing the way to possibly bring in Trask, and honestly, it's hard not to get excited about the possibilities here. But let's not get ahead of ourselves. First, let's talk about why Boyle is out. Boyle joined Miami's practice squad this year and filled in as the backup quarterback after Tua Tagovailoa's concussion. He even stepped in during a game against the Seahawks when Thompson got hurt and, let's just say, didn't exactly light things up. He completed 7 out of 13 passes for 79 yards, nothing spectacular. Miami was clearly looking for more than what Boyle had to offer, and maybe that's why this move comes now. Sure, he could get re-signed to the practice squad, but even if he does, it feels like the Dolphins are already looking in another direction. This roster spot, now open, could mean bigger moves are on the horizon. Kyle Trask, man. Let's talk about him. He's the guy that could very well be the future of the Dolphins quarterback room. We've heard his name pop up before, and if you know anything about his time with the Florida Gators, you know why people are excited. The guy didn't even start in high school. He played backup to Derek King, one of the most dynamic quarterbacks in the country at the time. Yet, despite not being the star back then, his work ethic and that massive arm of his caught the attention of college scouts. Then, at the University of Florida, his story really started taking off. He sat on the bench for a few years there too, backing up Felipe Franks. But when Franks went down with an injury in 2019, Trask stepped up, and he never looked back. He led the Gators to win after win and then, in his senior season, exploded for 43 touchdowns and over 4,200 yards. This guy can flat out play, and if Miami is serious about pursuing him, that could be a game changer. Imagine that, a guy who was a backup for most of his early career, now potentially stepping into a starting role in the NFL. But why now? Why could Miami be interested in Trask at this moment? Well, it's no secret that Trask's situation in Tampa Bay has been somewhat stalled. He's been sitting behind Tom Brady, learning, waiting for his shot. And now, with Brady retired, you'd think Trask would get the nod, right? Not so fast. Tampa Bay brought in Baker Mayfield to compete for the starting job, and while Trask is still developing, it doesn't seem like the Bucs are in any rush to hand him the reins. That could work in Miami's favor. The Dolphins need depth at quarterback. Tua's injury history is well documented, and while Skylar Thompson and Boyle have filled in, neither has proven to be the long-term answer. Trask, though, has the potential to be exactly that. His accuracy, his ability to make quick reads, and his calmness under pressure make him an intriguing option. Sure, he's not the most mobile quarterback, but what he lacks in speed, he makes up for with his smarts and his arm. Bringing in Trask wouldn't just be about this season, it's about the future. Miami has built a team around Tua, but they know that they need someone solid to step in if things go south. And Trask? He's not just a backup plan. He's someone who could legitimately challenge for that starting spot in the years to come. The Dolphins are thinking ahead. They're making moves now that could shape their team for years, and whether Boyle comes back or not, it's clear that Miami is setting the stage for something bigger. Kyle Trask might just be the missing piece.